One wrong step, one blocked exit, one kick you'll never see coming. You're inside the stall. The horse is big, 1,200 pounds of instinct and muscle. You're behind it. There's no room to move, no time to think, and suddenly its hind legs fire back like pistons. Not because it means, not because it hates you, but because it feels trapped. When a horse can't run, it kicks. That's not aggression, it's survival. A reflex so deeply wired that it bypasses thought entirely. And when that reflex is triggered in a confined space, you don't get a second chance. This isn't about wild horses going rogue. It's about real horses in barns, stalls, trailers, reacting the only way they know how. Kick first, escape second. In this documentary, we'll show you why horses kick when they feel cornered, how the rear kick reflex works, what signs to watch for, and how to protect yourself, your animals, and your family. Have you ever seen a horse kick out of nowhere or had a close call yourself? Drop your story in the comments. Your experience could help someone avoid a life-changing injury. Because when horses kick from fear, they don't aim, they react. Let's explore with Animal Prime. Wired not to fight, but to flee. In open spaces, they run. In wide fields, they choose distance over confrontation. But in a stall, a trailer, a cornered pen, there is no space to run. That's when the reflex kicks in. Picture this. A horse stands in a narrow stall. Behind it, a human enters with a halter. The human steps too close. No greeting, no warning, just pressure. The horse flicks its ears. The tail twitches. Its body tightens. Then, bang, a double-barreled rear kick. The human goes flying. The footage is silent, but the message is loud. That wasn't aggression, that was fear. The reflex behind the kick. When a horse feels trapped, it doesn't process the moment like we do. It doesn't pause. It doesn't weigh options. Instead, it taps into the same neurochemical reflex it's evolved for over 50 million years. Adrenaline floods the body, muscles coil. The brain triggers the fight or flight response. And when flight is off the table, the only option left is to fight. But horses don't bite. They don't slash. They kick, and they kick fast. Quicker than most human reaction times. From coiled tension to full force, a horse's rear kick takes less than half a second. How powerful is a kick? Let's put it in numbers. The average adult horse can kick with a force of 2,000 psi, pounds per square inch. That's stronger than a heavyweight boxer's punch, strong enough to fracture ribs, break jaws, or cause internal damage with one strike. And unlike a boxer, horses don't aim. They don't look back. They fire blind. That's why it's so dangerous to be in a blind spot, directly behind or boxed in beside them. Even calm horses can react violently when they feel blocked in. Trailer loading is a common flashpoint for trapped reflexes, enclosed, slippery, no room to turn. Many horses panic when confined in this way, especially if rushed, forced, or handled roughly. In one video, a horse refuses to move forward. A handler uses pressure. The horse rears slightly, then lashes out with both hind legs. hitting the metal wall behind it, and nearly striking a second person standing too close. No words are needed. This is not defiance. This is desperation. And it happens to thousands of horses every year, across barns, ranches, and showgrounds. What makes a horse feel trapped? It doesn't always take four walls to create a corner. To a horse, trapped can mean a person standing in the only exit of a stall. A grooming situation where ropes limit movement. A saddle fitting gone wrong. Being tied and unable to turn their head. Loud noises while in an enclosed space. Thunder, machinery. Even two people approaching from both sides too fast. It's about perceived escape routes, not actual barriers. And when horses feel they can't move away, their instincts will make them move others out of the way. How you can avoid this reflex. Understanding the trap reflex is the first step. Avoiding it is the second. Here's how. Always approach a horse from the front or side, never directly behind. Watch the ears. Pinned ears are an early sign of discomfort. Look at the tail, twitching or swishing fast. Step back. Give them space. Horses need a safe bubble around their body. Never corner a horse, even gently. Leave a visible exit. Cool, dude. Even if they don't use it, they need to know it's there. Because the difference between a relaxed horse and a reactive one, it is often just two steps of pressure. A horse's kick is not a weapon, it's a message. I don't feel safe. Coming up next. In the next part, we'll dive into the most common human mistakes that trigger this reflex. From grooming routines to farrier work, trailer loading, and even feeding time. We'll break down footage from real incidents and how they could have been prevented. Have you ever been too close to a horse's blind spot? Tell us what happened in the comments and help someone else stay safe. Most kicks don't come out of nowhere. They come from us, from the things we do, the way we move, and the pressure we apply, without even realizing it. The truth is, horses rarely kick unless we set the conditions for it, and the most dangerous moments often happen during the most routine tasks. Mistake number one, walking into the blind spot. It happens every day. Mistake number two, blocking the exit horses. Don't just kick because you're behind them. They kick because they feel cornered. And we corner them all the time without realizing it. Mistake number three, sudden touch without warning. To you, it's a pat. To the horse, it's a jolt in the dark, especially when you touch the flank, the belly, the haunch, the legs or tail. Without visual contact, many horses, especially young ones or those with trauma histories, are hypersensitive to unexpected touch in vulnerable areas. Even seasoned horses can react if they're distracted or startled. The rule? Make contact only where they can see you, or at least know you're coming. Mistake number 4, turning your back during feeding. Feeding time may seem peaceful, but for some horses, food equals competition. Mistake number 5, forcing into tight trailers or stalls. You've heard it before. Just get him in. He'll be fine once he's inside. But that's not how horse psychology works. When you push a horse into a confined space it's unsure of, while blocking the exit, pulling hard on the lead, using fear or force, you're not teaching obedience. You're igniting survival mode. That kick could have landed. The damage could have been severe, all because the process ignored the horse's need for choice, time, and space. Real danger comes from routine. Most serious kicks don't happen during wild behavior. They happen during grooming, picking hooves, tacking up vet exams, hoof trimming, blanket changes, trailer loading. These are routine tasks, done in close quarters, where human mistakes are easy and horse reactions are fast. That's why familiarity breeds risk. When we become too comfortable, we stop watching for signs. We stop respecting space, and the horse just reacts. Warning, signs you're about to get kicked. Before every kick, there's a message, but only if you know how to read it. Look for pinned ears, tense flank muscles, raised tail shifting weight to the front legs, wide eyes, head turning back toward you, tail swishing or stomping. These aren't quirks, they're red flags. Not because the horses were bad, but because the humans forgot to listen. A horse's kick is a story. It tells us, I feel unsafe. I don't understand. You're in my space. I have no other option. If we learn to read that story, we can avoid being part of its ending. The bigger picture, horses are not predators. They don't bite like lions. They don't claw like bears. They kick because that's what prey animals do when they're scared and cornered. By understanding that, we don't just protect ourselves, we give horses a better life. A life with fewer restraints, fewer fear responses, and more respect from the creatures that claim to love them. The most dangerous horse is not the wild one, it's the misunderstood one. What's one thing you learned about horse behavior that changed how you interact with them? Share it in the comments. You could protect someone just by sharing your story. Thank you for watching this episode of our Horse Reflex series. Subscribe for more animal documentaries that go beyond the myth and into the instinct.